More female rappers than ever before have broken through into the public in the last few years. They are currently receiving more attention than up-and-coming male performers. Some may even contend. Generally speaking, female artists face far more hostility than their male counterparts. Out of every 10,000 female rappers in the US, only 10 ever actually blow up and continue to dominate the rap scene and have a long, successful career. Ice Spice, though, is a little unique. After her song Munch went viral on TikTok, everyone assumed she would disappear within a month, just to find out she is here to stay. Stay tuned right to the end to find out Ice Spice's biggest secret she didn't want her fans finding out. Her ascent has revealed several unaccepted facts about hip-hop, with her most recent collaboration peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. The late Pop Smoke promoted drill rap in the mainstream, and Ice Spice is a product of that movement. Her parents wanted to get her out of the Bronx because they knew it was a dangerous place for her to grow up. Thus, they sent her to Sacred Heart, a private Catholic school in Yonkers, New York. Her given name is Isis, but she went by Ice, her nickname. She created the Instagram moniker Ice when she was a high school student, but she didn't really start attempting to compose music until she started college at SUNY Purchase. She posted small rap bars and freestyles to Instagram, and a producer named Riot saw them and encouraged her to try her hand at music. After sending her the beats he was creating, they began collaborating. She had all of her free time to devote to her musical endeavors after leaving school in her sophomore year. Her videos on TikTok were attracting a lot of attention, and she started posting content there. Bully Freestyle, a song about receiving anything she wants from men because of her attractiveness, was her debut song and music video, which debuted in March 2021. This is not unusual for New York drill, but it is popular for female rappers. You see, with a bass-heavy beat, drill rap more especially, Bronx drill rap is ruthless, confrontational, and verging on deadly threats to your ops. Ice's effortless demeanor and lack of gangster vibes particularly noteworthy. She released her single, No Clarity, later in 2021, featuring a rather unusual sample for a drill record Zed's Clarity. Fans were instantly struck by the footage of Ice Spice twerking away her anguish and dropping depressing in-her-feels lyrics. "This ain't getting us out the hood, it's moving us across the street," fans said. Negative comments such as, "Just twerking to depressing music right now. As a deaf person, this song goes hard." In order to sustain the growth of her business, she shared TikToks that would draw viewers in. And this is undoubtedly the kind of behavior used by female rap detractors to undermine their abilities, claiming that all they need to do is flaunt their beauty and say something sultry to win over admirers. Certain things about this are true. It's a known fact that sex sells and pretty privilege exists. It certainly has. Men take use of the same thing in their images and music videos. However, it becomes contentious when one of the ladies who might have been in the background ends up benefiting from it. Despite having only 5 songs released, she was already being acknowledged by blogs and media sources by the middle of 2022 as a promising up-and-coming musician. Rap fans began to admire her after the publication of her On the Radar freestyle, since the lyrics were the only thing to pay attention to. The crowd was more attentive when she started rapping. However, when Ice Spice released Munch in August of 2022, the majority of the world became aware of her. Fans only listened to the first 4 words of the song on TikTok, which is all it takes for a successful song these days. Ice Spice came up with the name Munch since she was in need of a rhyme for the phrase, "He ate it for lunch." She wrote an anthem to support women who push men away after they receive what they want from them. In this song, Ice Spice exudes an alpha female attitude and confidence that are characteristic of a successful female rapper. Males have dominated hip-hop, and women are frequently portrayed as their accessories. They refer to them as hoes, and typically use the term exclusively in sexual contexts. Women like Ice Spice are changing that narrative, but it was a leaked direct message that truly set this record on fire. 5 days before the record's release, Drake texted Ice Spice to compliment her on it. Many individuals became suspicious of this. How did the most prominent rapper in the game get involved with Ice Spice before anybody else did? Furthermore, how was this private message disclosed? It's absurd to imagine that an artist could get real buzz from just a message from Drake. She is spotted with the rapper in the OVO Fest crowd in Toronto 2 days later. Drake has a whole staff devoted to finding the brightest up-and-coming talent. In this manner, he can profit from a young artist's success, stay on top of trends, and seem good for helping out up-and-coming artists. However, the general consensus was that Drake was merely attempting to have a sexual relationship with her. This is a misconception that most female musicians have, believing that in order to become well-known, they must have sexual relations, people shipping the two, expecting they'd be the next light-skinned power couple in hip-hop, crowded her TikTok account. In any case, the music industry believed that everything was far too staged, and they were most likely right. This was all merely a marketing gimmick to promote Munch, which became an instant hit upon release. The Munch record stood out from many other comparable releases by female musicians because it was a song that guys actually, unironically, enjoyed. As they listened to the song, they couldn't resist baring their inner selves. Fans said, "Oh, you believed I was attracted to you? For midday?" Joe Budden's assured performance of the song only served to highlight what many guys were doing in secret. The song didn't rank on the Billboard Hot 100, despite going viral. Don't get me wrong, 60 million Spotify streams is a lot, but the music feels far bigger than the streaming indicates. On YouTube, it has received over 30 million views. She then started making appearances at festivals and clubs. She had one song that made her famous, carrying out a comprehensive media tour, which included a live webcast featuring Kai Cenat in order to increase her profile. She revealed to them a unique personality that set her apart from the others. Despite all the hate she receives, she looks reasonable and cool. While she was gaining favor with some, others were desperate to remove her. In an attempt to show that she was a one-hit wonder, they would upload recordings of empty clubs with no one dancing to her song. To the astonishment of numerous individuals, the sneak peek at her upcoming song was well received. Bikini Bottom, which was essentially a drill rhythm sampled from SpongeBob, was well received, as was her subsequent song, In Her Mood, too. She was preparing for her first assignment, which turned out to be flawless. Not overly ambitious, she released a 6-song EP to the world consisting entirely of drill records, all of which had a very similar sound. A memorable sample delivered in her distinctive monotone voice. Additionally, it is beneficial for an artist to be in the drill genre because it is what the fans enjoy. The repeated pattern of the tunes is quite similar. In essence, she didn't do much, but the fact that she was incredibly popular despite her lack of activity sparked further controversy and earned her the intimidating moniker Mid. Chica, a 2020 XXL freshman, said this on Twitter, "Y'all love a mid-light-skinned rapper." We're not sure if Chica was referring to Ice Spice in particular, but this started a discussion on colorism in hip-hop and culture in general. I Am Eloho, a YouTuber, put it perfectly.
In my opinion, Ice Spice is getting the Cardi B package. When Cardi B first hit the scene, it was the same thing. It was the young Latina from the Bronx, surrounded by this Black American culture. It's almost as if there's a formula for success for these type of women, right?
In essence, this idea is that in order for dark-skinned women to succeed at the top levels, they must put in more effort and possess greater talent. Drill rappers Kenzo B and Shani Boni are incredibly gifted and can rap almost as well as most guys. There may indeed be some truth in this. I think it's quite clear that Drake has profited from being a sympathetic figure for practically all races due to his racial ambiguity, even with guys. Although he is without a doubt the greatest rapper, many are quick to criticize his work as being subpar. However, it seems unfair to attribute Ice Spice's popularity to the fact that more people can relate to her than her contemporaries just because of this. In terms of drill music, her delivery and rhythm style are really new. The main counter-argument is also that music is inherently subjective. Sometimes you just like a music more than another, without really knowing why. Ultimately, we are aware that in the entertainment industry, your image, likeness, and marketability will nearly always surpass expertise in all aspects. It has always been that way. As if Ice Spice's life couldn't get any better, she was invited to participate in the remix of Pink Panther's song Boy's a Liar, another incredibly popular TikTok song by the UK singer. Both performers' delivery is charming and incredibly smooth, and it has a nice, danceable beat. After garnering 20.2 million US streams, 585,000 radio airplay audience impressions, and 600 download sales in its first week, their collaboration made its Billboard Hot 100 debut at number 14. A few weeks later, it would finally peak at number 3. Ice Spice received far more positive feedback from her Rolling Loud performance. She received praise from the reviewers for her efforts and advancement as a performer. Furthermore, after Playboi Carti, Ice Spice's Rolling Loud performance had the second highest number of views. And with cosigns from Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, Ice Spice is currently unquestionably at the top of the game. Generally speaking, it is more difficult for a female hip-hop artist to become well-known. It's no secret that men have dominated hip-hop, and that the genre has a history of misogyny. But in a long time, Ice Spice is the first female artist that's seen treated fairly. There will be hate and criticism directed towards every artist. Ice Spice is undoubtedly one of them. But when it comes to women, the criticism and hostility escalates. I believe that people are actually curious to see what else Ice Spice has to offer and are willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Many of her fans are connecting with her because of something unique about her. And as a result, I'm hoping that going forward, people will be more accepting of female rappers. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this video, then you'll probably like the video showing on your screen right now. Click now, and we'll see you in the next one.